Close Atlanta fought hard to be recognized on the hip-hop scene. However, at Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta, Southern playlist Cadillac funky music is a side dish to Maroon 5's halftime show. USATODAYATLANTA. When the final numbers come in Monday, the television rating for Super Bowl 53 probably won't look much different than any other year. You'll see hot takes all over Twitter about Maroon 5's halftime show, no matter how good or bad it actually is, just like you did last year with Justin Timberlake and Lady Gaga the year before that. And, of course, much of the national conversation about what happens Sunday will be driven by the quality of the commercials, just as it always is, regardless of the teams involved. The Super Bowl is annually the most reliable show with the most enduring audience in American entertainment. It is a cookie-cutter national holiday as much as a football game, though ultimately it retains the one quality essential to sports: you never know what part of that 4-hour window will ultimately be remembered. The scene at Centennial Park in Atlanta. The Super Bowl needs an exciting game to make up for a blah week. Photo, Kirby Lee, USA Today Sports. With that in mind, is it too much to ask for a good game? Because without it, this might be as flat and forgettable a Super Bowl as there's ever been. Matter of fact, was the NFL even the biggest sports story this week? Aside from Commissioner Roger Goodell's annual attempt to play Frogger with the media on Wednesday, the amount of intriguing and newsworthy content emanating from Atlanta hasn't measured up to the NBA's trade deadline madness, which dominated social media Thursday and Friday. In other words, it's rather been a bore. There are some obvious reasons for that, starting with a matchup nobody really views as sexy. Predictions: who's going to win Super Bowl 53? Game changers: 53 players who will decide the Super Bowl. Los Angeles Rams may be from a major market, at least for the last 3 years since moving from St. Louis, but they aren't one of the NFL's glamour franchises and aren't built around polarizing skill players or a charismatic quarterback. Even in LA, the Rams this week have been overshadowed by LeBron James coming back from injury and the Lakers' pursuit of Anthony Davis. Though they play an attractive brand of football, their biggest star by a mile is their 33-year-old head coach Sean McVay. Then there's the New England Patriots, who always draw eyeballs and jealousy and score an ode to their continuous success and long-ago scandals. But even their presence hasn't really done much to lift this particular Super Bowl into that hot zone where the nation can't wait to see what's going to happen, beyond the fact that some people are just tired of the Patriots, who will play in their 4th Super Bowl in the last 5 years, and for the 9th time in the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick era. The stakes don't feel particularly high this time. Brady, age 41, has won 5 Super Bowls and lost 3. Until last year, the New York Giants were the only team that had beaten the Patriots with everything on the line, and they'd done it in rather mythical fashion. Brady could say he'd never lost a Super Bowl to anyone but Eli Manning. But then the Philadelphia Eagles did it last season with Nick Foles at quarterback, removing another chunk from that veil of invincibility. At least going into Super Bowl 52, there was a lot of uncertainty swirling around the Patriots. There had been reports all season about discord between Brady, Belichick and owner Bob Kraft. Brady hadn't made it totally clear whether it would be his final game. Tight end Rob Gronkowski's comeback was uncertain, and New England's defense looked as if it were being held together with string and duct tape. Either way, it's set up as a possible last hurrah for the Patriots dynasty. This Super Bowl doesn't really have the same ramifications. Brady has already announced he is coming back next season, so the retirement intrigue is off the table. A Patriots team that kind of muddled through the regular season ended up in the Super Bowl anyway, suggesting they'll have a good chance to get back again next year. And at this point, whether Brady wins his 6th or ends up 5-4 in Super Bowls has no real impact on his legacy or his claim as the best quarterback of all time. From a historical standpoint, it just doesn't matter that much. Our best hope, then, is that the game itself creates the drama. If the teams can reproduce even 75% of the tension and controversy they faced in their respective conference championship games, people will be glued to their televisions in the 4th quarter. Unless that happens, though, this will be remembered as little more than the week the NFL played second fiddle to the NBA trade deadline, no matter how many people tune in on Sunday.